Podium is a little tall for me, so I apologize. I'll try to stand a little taller. As Tim said, I've been in the district. This is my 11th year in the district, and I've been all over the place. But the one thing that's been constant in my teaching career here has been Jackson Memorial High School. In my first full year of teaching here, I emailed Bud. I had no idea who he was. I just heard about this band director, and I said, "Hey, I taught marching band in college, and I did a little bit when I student taught. Would you like an extra set of hands?" And his first reply was, "Hey man, why don't you come by?" I said, "Okay." So I started working with the band. My first show was Phantom, and I worked with the band for 5 years. And then my wife and I had our kids, so I kind of took a little hiatus. And then a few years back, the supervisor at the time, Myra Walther, was like, "Would you consider coming to the high school and becoming the assistant band director?" And it's always been a dream of mine to be a band director, a high school band director. So I practically jumped on it. I have learned so much from this gentleman in the last 10 years about a lot of different things. Some things that pop up off the top of my head. First is, don't be afraid to walk up to somebody and strike up a conversation. He is a plethora of knowledge up there about names and faces. The one that comes to mind is we were in Pasadena and we had a luncheon. I think Mr. D'Eugenio was there, and Bud comes over to me and said, "Hey, come on, I want you to meet this guy. I want you to meet Mr. Remo." And I'm, "Mr. Remo? Like Remo Drumheads? There's a name that goes with the Remo Drumheads?" So we had a 10-minute conversation, and that 10-minute conversation turned into 2 years of free drumheads. A 10-minute conversation. One of the other things that I've learned from Bud is, don't take everything so seriously. If you know me, I could be a little crazy in the head sometimes. And Bud will come up to me and said, "Relax, Jason. Just relax and let it happen. Everything will be okay." And sure enough, at the end of the day, everything is okay, and we have a spectacular performance, or the kids do what they need to do. So I'm going to continually remind myself, "Calm down, Jason. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay." And lastly, but certainly not least, tradition. He talks a lot about family, and he talks a lot about tradition, and we need to respect what's been done in the past, even while creating new traditions. And with that, I want to transition to something that, as long as I've been with the ensemble, and I know it's been a lot longer than I've been with the ensemble, he always ends the band banquet in the same way. He brings all the seniors out. Maybe. They'll come out eventually. He brings out all the seniors, and he has all the seniors hold up a candle, and he tells this story, and I'm going to try to tell it the best that I can, and if I don't, you're going to help me if you don't mind, okay? In the mid-'80s, into the late '80s, Mr. McCormick introduced a new song to the ensemble titled "You'll Never Walk Alone." It is one of the signature selections from the musical Carousel, and the lyrics refer to the unknown. It quickly became the anthem of the Jackson Jaguar Marching Band. The lyrics tell the audience that even though you don't know what's coming next, to keep your head up high and walk on. There will always be someone by your side to walk with you through your journey. Mr. McCormick has instilled on his students these qualities and a family atmosphere. The lighting of this candle represents his 34 years of service to the students, school, and community, and although we are going to ask him to extinguish the flame at the conclusion of this performance, we all will be here for Bud McCormick and his family to guide him into the next chapter of his life. I would like to introduce present students of the band to sing this special arrangement of "You'll Never Walk Alone" while we extinguish his candle.